grace. I got too much grace. You already know that. I got too much grace. I got too much grace. I ain't got worry now. I got too much grace. I got too much grace. And I ain't even sorry now. I got too much grace. I got too much grace.
Just wanted to make a video real quick to let people know what's been going on. I know it's been a long time since we posted. Forgive me. But yes, we're still going to Africa. We're still in the process of selling our home. And we finally had an opportunity to take our first ever multiple day trip without a kid. Look at God, won't he do it? Hey, we got an opportunity to spend 3 days away by ourselves, no child, and it was really great. We love our kid, but this was the first time in 3 years. So actually, this was the first time ever that we've been able to get away without a child.
I'm enjoying our weekend at Florence.
Why are you talking like that?
Oh, because I am walking with other Africans and it's bringing back my South African accent.
That doesn't sound like a South African accent.
You've never been in South Africa, sir. However, it is enjoyable.
Got the house together. As you can see from the video, there's a big transformation that happened. My wife really hooked up the staging process. The good thing is we didn't have a lot of stuff to get rid of or to stage. And so we tried to clean out the house to make sure that when people walked in, they could see themselves in our space. And the process went pretty well. Can't say everything right now because we're still in that selling process. But once we finish that transaction, we'll make sure to update. We had an opportunity to travel to St. Louis to be a part of a dynamic conference called the Africans Rising Together 2063 conference. We were invited by some leaders that we know from a previous conference we attended in Ghana and Jamaica. And this conference was really centered on just moving beyond just kind of like a local understanding of some of the injustices that we face to really moving to a broader scale. It was transformative. I'm gonna tell you right now, there were so many aspects about the conference, and I know you guys are asking, well, can we see footage of it? They asked us not to film, and so I don't know if they recorded any sessions, but I will tell you this. One of the most powerful sessions that I heard, it was two powerful sessions. One of them talked about post-traumatic slave syndrome and the trauma that black folks experience as a result of that. Dr. Keisha Ross, my sister, bless you. If you've never heard of it, I highly recommend that you just go do a quick Google search to start looking into what it is. And the trauma that is associated with PTSS and how that manifests itself in the lives of black communities all around the United States is powerful, y'all. One of the other things that stood out from the conference was a leader from Ghana who does a lot of international leadership development. He talked about this notion of the Sankofa bird. And he mentioned two specific things. Number one, he said that African time, in terms of the history and the future, dance together. He talked about the pain of that bird trying to reach back for a history that's not there for African Americans. But in order for the bird to move forward, he has to reach back. But he cannot find the egg, and so that is causing a lot of agonizing pain, frustration, manifesting itself in internalized oppression, hatred for one another, all types of ridiculous spending habits, and you name it. But he said we have to acknowledge the damage is irreparable. But the great news is there is hope as we move forward in God. Because of the effects of colonization, one of the only solutions that we have is to re-Africanize ourselves so that 60 years from now, our children will not shed the same tears that we shed today because of our oppression. That was powerful. And we had the pleasure of hosting the ART 2063 conference at, I think it was Harris Stowe University, historically black college. Beautiful campus. It was an amazing weekend. The weather was incredible, and it was just melanated people everywhere. It looked like a little chocolate candy land. I mean, it was great. And so I realized something as we were talking with students. We became old, y'all. I became one of those old people that was talking with students about what they could do and what they should do, and I was overloading them with information. But I hope something stood out. So listen, if any of y'all students are watching this that we talked to at the university, hey, reach out to us, man, for real, because we want to make sure to connect you. We was trying to get everybody to go to Africa, like real talk, everybody. everybody to go to Africa. We also got to visit some family that moved up here from Texas, experienced their first Midwest winter. I pray for them. I had to show a little Serenity what was up on the Mortal Kombat game. See, she taking off her shirt and all that kind of stuff like she finna do some damage. She actually almost really beat me bad, but I had to make a comeback, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you get beat up, all you gotta do is just keep kicking the person before they get up. That's the only thing I had. Either you like trip the person or you keep kicking the person, so every time they get up, they just keep getting kicked. That's the only move I had, but it worked. As I said, just wanted to give you some quick updates about where we are on our journey as we move closer to our steps in the TNT journey to Ghana. We'll keep you posted. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Peace.